Do you ever get pimples?
Well, sure,
Yeah.
everybody does.
I used to, but I can't think of the last time I ever. It's very rare.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw this headline. It says, "Can popping a pimple on your nose kill you?"
What?
Kill you?
Yeah. So a lot of times when people do get pimples, they get them right there, like in the corner of their nose.
Oh, I hate that.
Down in that little,
Yeah.
just almost in the little crevice there on the side of the nose. So it says, can it kill you? Well, dermatologists say there can be major risk to popping a pimple on that part of your nose. There was a TikTok posted by Dr. Ever Arias, a resident doctor at UCI Medical Center. It went viral last year, scaring everybody about what can happen if you pop a pimple on your nose. The TikTok video shows an AI depiction of a girl telling her personal story of squeezing a pimple that was bothering her, which caused a bacterial infection and eventually killed her. Now, Dr. Arias reacted in a video alongside, noting that you should not touch pimples on the part of your face called the Triangle of Death.
Triangle of Death? I've heard of the T-zone, but
Is
not
that
the
what that
Triangle of
means?
Death.
Dr. Munib Shah, a board-certified dermatologist, also reacted to this story on TikTok and said, "This is possible, but incredibly rare." The video appears to be based on a true story about an 18-year-old girl who died in June in Santa Catarina, Brazil. But how much should you worry about popping a pimple on your nose in the zone of death or triangle of death? Well, Arias says it's the nasolabial triangle, which extends from the bridge of your nose down to your upper lip. So all that whole area. It's a place where breakouts, including pimples and blackheads, commonly occur. Go look in the mirror. You might have some. It's also an area where large and vital arteries and nerves run from your neck to your sinuses and up to your brain. Now, while it's tempting to pop pimples on that part of your face, it can cause serious conditions like nasal infections, vision loss, stroke, and even death. So you're better off waiting for any pimples to go away on their own.
I mean, they say you shouldn't ever pop any pimple anywhere because it could scar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or get infected.
It's hard not to. Sometimes you can't help yourself. Do you know what they have now that I wish they had when I was a teenager? They're these acne dots. They're like little
Adhesive
sticky.
things? Yeah.
Macy's nodding. She knows what I'm talking
Little
about.
adhesive things.
Yeah, that have like salicylic acid on them. And they stick
Now
like
they-
a Band-Aid, and you put them on like before you go to bed.
Okay.
You stick them on, and it just sort of eats away at it at night, and you wake up in the morning and
Now
might
my-
not be gone all the way, but it looks a lot better.
My mother had a pump, this little pump thing, that was for blackhead removal. Like, so you could, you
Suck
could
it out?
suck blackheads out of the side of your. I don't really get that anymore. But I remember having blackheads on the side of my nose, and I could just push the side of my nose like
gross,
that, and it would
gross.
go.
Ah!
It was really gross, but fascinating. You almost couldn't not do it.
All we had was that Seabreeze stringent,
Yeah.
Stridex medicated pads.
which, you know, is just, we find out later, is so bad for your skin.
Stridex medicated pads.
Now, since we're talking about skin,
Clearasil, I like the Clearasil that was the color, the kind that was sort of pink. It was supposed to hide it.
I went yesterday. This didn't really mean to turn it into an ad for Canyons Medical Center, but I was there yesterday. So they have it's Dr. Cobble.
Yeah.
And Dr. Cobble has a regular medical practice, but then there's an aesthetics side, and that's our friend Brittany. And I had microneedling done.
You get that done by me every day, don't you?
Yes. This was my first round. I think it takes 3 or 4 rounds, but I have no makeup on right now at all. Does my face look even red, really?
little,
A
yeah.
little bit,
Just-
but not bad. Not bad.
No.
I'm not supposed to wear makeup for a couple of days.
Oh.